Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be running you through this webinar online class about essential oils, doTERRA essential oils, and how you can easily use them, how you can buy them, how you can access them and use them as everyday tools, which is what I do. You're either here today because I've invited you along to attend and watch my webinar and watch this class. You may have found yourself here via someone else who has invited you along. But either way, I wanted to say welcome, and I'm keen today to run you through why it is that I've chosen to focus on doTERRA essential oils and why it is that I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm Jade Grimwood. I am an essential oil educator. I run an essential oils business. I have partnered with doTERRA as my company of choice. But mainly today, I just wanted to run you through why it is that I'm doing this and what it is that I find amazing about the oils and why I'm spending my time now teaching women and mums particularly about the oils and why it is that they are just such an important tool to have in your toolkit. So my process to sort of understand essential oils began a long while ago, 5, 6 years ago, in that I started to explore how I could better have a natural, organic, healthy life. I wanted to remove toxins. I had really bad sensitive skin. I was stressed out. I was sick all the time. Just the general thing that you hear from anybody who's sort of started to explore more natural solutions. It was only when I became a mum, though, and I had a little boy called Oliver, that I really started to be even more conscious about how many toxins were in our daily life, but also how sick little kids can get, and how the only option I had as a mum was to leave my house, go and wait at the doctor's surgery, see a doctor for probably less than 15 minutes most of the time, and come out with either a script for antibiotics or nothing. And I thought at the time, this cannot be what I need to be doing for Oliver. So he was pretty good. He wasn't sick very much when he was a baby, but as soon as he started childcare, which I'm sure anybody out there who's got kids in childcare understand, he was sick all the time, which meant that I was sick all the time and meant that my partner Brendan was always sick all the time. And I knew that I should be able to look after him. That's what I do as a mum. That's what mums do. They look after their families and they look after their kids. And I wanted to find a way to do that. So I started researching and learning and trying to figure out things that I could do to help him feel more well and to stop getting every bug known to man that existed at childcare and bringing it home. And it was around this time that my mentor, who is Elena Brower, who was a yoga teacher originally, that's how I came across her in the States, she started talking about essential oils. And I remember at the time thinking, I've got essential oils. How could I possibly be using those? I pop them in my oil burner and I'm already using them. What could I possibly use them for other than that? And it took a little while for her to sort of keep talking about them and run through how she used them on her boy and how she used them in her life and about the emotional aspects of essential oils and how they help with stress and anxiety and depression. And I sort of thought, well, I can give this a go. I can see if this is what it is that will maybe help, add to my repertoire that I was fast building about how I could better look after Oliver. So I ordered a kit through Elena Brower for doTERRA, not really knowing much else other than that the oils were there for me to use and that I would just learn about them. And I did. So I received the kit in the mail, I unpacked it, and pretty quickly I realized how incredible the oils were. And they've since become a necessary part of our daily life. I use them in every space of my life that I can. Oliver uses them, my partner Brendan uses them, and now I'm at the point where I want everybody to use them, not just us. I want everybody to feel like we feel. I want everyone to know that they can support themselves and their families by using essential oils. And I want everyone to know about the company doTERRA as well, because I do think that this company has had a massive impact on the way that essential oils are harvested and grown. And they're a charitable organisation, and they allow me to have an impact on communities that I otherwise would probably never have been able to. So today, what I want to run through today is a couple of things. One, I'm going to run through exactly what are essential oils. I'm going to talk about how you can use them, the ways in which you can use them, and I'll run you through a couple of ways that that you can use them really easily. I'll then talk you through my favourites, really. So most of them are the top sort of 10 oils that everybody has, but they're my favourites, and I want to talk you through those. I'm then going to quickly touch on how you can access the oils, and how you can contact me for more information, so that we can have a more detailed chat about how we can come up with a plan that's specific for you. So this isn't about me selling you an all-in-one solution that will solve all of your problems. This is about us starting the conversation together today for you to understand a little bit more about what they are and how you can use them, and then for us to have another chat afterwards. So what exactly are essential oils? So doTERRA have a range of essential oils that look like this, a simple little bottle. They are basically pure extracts of plants, either the peel in the case of lemon, it might be the bark or the wood or the leaf or the flower. A bunch of different types of the plant are distilled and then placed into bottles. doTERRA specifically have no synthetics in here. This is pure essential oil. It is tested by a third party. You can download, using the code on the bottom of any bottle, you can download a chemical report of your batch of essential oils. That in itself is a magnificent tool to have and for them to promote. It makes me feel like I am getting what I am paying for every time, and that I can check myself anytime. But basically, these little bottles of essential oils hold all of the benefits of the plant's membranes and cells, and the chemical constitution of that plant. It is extremely concentrated. So this bottle of lemon is 15 mils, and there is a load of applications you can do with one bottle of essential oil. The example that doTERRA uses to demonstrate is in a bottle of peppermint oil. So 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So just think about that for a little bit. So the benefits of peppermint oil are all about mental alertness and feeling awake and motivated, and even the smell of peppermint is just immediately invigorating. So I'm glad I had that now at the start of the webinar. And similar to a cup of peppermint tea, which you might have in the morning, 1 drop of that though is as potent as 28 cups, which I think just demonstrates how amazing the oils are, but also demonstrates the value in that you have 1 bottle and it lasts for a whole lot of applications and a whole lot of different uses. They are also safe and affordable for that very reason, in that 1 drop does a whole lot of different things. They're plant-based. They're not chemicals. They're not synthetic. The essential oils that you might buy at your local store or at Woolworths or Coles or the chemist, there's no governance around how those oils are produced, and it would be highly likely that they are made with a synthetic replication of what the oil should smell like. I would just say this, that once you smell one of these and then you smell a synthetic essential oil, you clearly know the difference. If you're one of those people that go into a store and you open like a bottle of lavender or something and it's like horrendously bad and it smells like your grandma's linen closet, that's not what lavender smells like out of one of these bottles. Lavender is a beautifully soft, velvety smell that immediately calms the nervous system, calms you down, centers you, feels wonderful. And it's not at all astringent like the synthetic smell of lavender you get in the store. So what I use the oils for and what they're designed to do is to help you in taking care of yourself and taking care of your family in a number of different ways. So they can be something that supports your immune system. They can be something that treats or you use to help with a particular illness or a particular skin issue or complaint. You might use some topically some oils, but you can use them in a way that's proactive healthcare. So you can use them to help support your body in healing or getting well through the oils. You can also use them for things like cleaning, so removing toxins from your house. I use a whole bunch of the essential oils products that either I make myself or I buy from doTERRA, and I now have no toxic chemicals in the house whatsoever. I'm comfortable that Oliver could go into the kitchen cupboard and not pull out bleach or some horrible toxic chemical. He helps with cleaning because he can, which is awesome. But yeah, so you can use them in that way as well. They're safe for the whole family. So the important thing to remember with the oils is that obviously you're not going to just use this bottle. You're going to dilute it, or you're going to diffuse it, or you're going to use it in a different way. That single drop of the oil is the most potent component, and how we choose to apply that means that it's safe for the family, and in different dilution rates, which I'll talk about shortly. So really, why then do we have doTERRA, and why is it that doTERRA is the most important thing, or the most important oil producer, I guess, and why it is that I've chosen to partner with doTERRA? So like I said before, there's nothing synthetic in the doTERRA products. They're all tested. They're all certified pure therapeutic grade, which means that they are third-party tested, every batch, stringently. All of the test results are available for every batch of oils. And I can go and look that up and download that at any point myself and check that. The other important thing which I love about doTERRA is what they call co-impact sourcing. So they generally get their products from the location where those plants are natively grown. So the lemon oil, for example, comes from Italy, the Mediterranean. That's where lemons are traditionally grown and have been for generations and centuries. And they work with local farmers on the ground who already are farming lemons, but also they work with them to support their families, to make it viable, to continue to house those families and to give them an income, to educate them. And they work closely with those individual farmers and the community that they build around it. The most awesome experience really that I've seen is the work that they've done with frankincense. So their frankincense oil is sourced from Somalia. Now, as you know, Somalia is not the best location in the world from a safety perspective or an economic perspective, but the work that doTERRA has done to source frankincense from Somalia is amazing. And there are some fantastic YouTube videos that I can show you about how that sourcing process works. But know this, that the reason that I feel so passionate about doTERRA is greatly related to the fact that the way that they treat the source of these products. So it's not about growing frankincense in a state in the US and harvesting it and ruining the earth. It is about harvesting and growing frankincense where traditionally it is grown and working with the local farmers, the whole farming community, the men and the women and the children, and making them have a viable business that they can work with for generations to come. So that in itself is pretty amazing. These are also extremely effective oils for that very reason, in that the chemical breakdown of the oil and because it's coming from that true source means that it doesn't need to be altered. It doesn't need to be synthesized in any way. It is already pure. It's also affordable. So although a bottle of oil might appear to be costly, if you think about the fact that one bottle lasts you an awfully long time, but also because you only really need a tiny amount of that in order to see the effects. So they're also affordable in that way. The other thing that I really appreciate about the essential oils is that they are letting me take control of my healthcare and my family. I have a collection now of the oils that I've built over the last 12 months, And I know now that I can go to that essential oil box that I have all of my oils in, and I can find pretty much a solution for anything that our family's facing. Tiredness, stress, anxiety, any skin issue, virus, gastro, we've had something bad to eat and we feel sick, we're nauseous, we're traveling, immune support, anything. I've been able to find something in the essential oil box to help me with our family. Even to the extent that my sister recently had a hand, foot and mouth incident, and I was able to look up stuff and send her some samples about and help her treat her family for that. So I love that empowers me to do that, and it gives me the opportunity to heal and to help my family care for themselves and for the wider family. So how do we actually do it? So you buy these oils, and what do you do exactly? So the first option you can do is that you can aromatically receive the benefits of the oils. So the way that I do that is that I have a diffuser. So this is actually the doTERRA pedal diffuser, which comes in most of the kits that doTERRA have, but also you can purchase it standalone. This is really simple way to get the oils in. You'll see in here, this is just a little reservoir. You simply pour water in there up until that little red mark. You pop in anywhere from 4 to 8 drops maybe of oil, depending on the size of the room that you're talking about and who you're diffusing it for. And then you turn it on, and the oils are basically just dispersed out the top or diffused out the top. And the diffuser, what the diffuser does is it breaks those essential oils up into tiny little particles that then you can aromatically breathe in. We have this diffuser running in the lounge room, and we will have it running in the morning with sort of like an uplifting blend. We would have it running if we're sick at all. We use doTERRA have a really wonderful range of immune support blends that would be perfect to run in the instance that you're unwell. So we often have that running. And then at night time or at the end of the day, when we're all crazy and we come home from work and childcare and all of us bouncing off the walls, I'll diffuse something else in the diffuser that's more like a calming blend and starts to ground us all back down at the end of the night. We also have a separate diffuser in the bedroom, and I tend to run that with a special blend that Oliver loves and I found works really well for him of a night as well. So we've also got a diffuser in the bedroom. I would have a diffuser in every room if I could, because I do think that that's the easiest way to feel the benefits of the oils, but also it smells amazing. So it makes the house feel warm and comforting and lovely and cozy. So I do love that part of it as well. The other way to use the oils is topically, which is when you are applying them to your skin. So that's not just tipping them on your skin. The best way to do this is through either using a pre-blended oil. So I'll just show you what I mean by this. So doTERRA also have a whole bunch of products, which is the doTERRA Touch range, which is basically the peppermint oil, but diluted in fractionated coconut oil. I'll just quickly talk about what that is. So the fractionated coconut oil is coconut oil, but it doesn't smell and it doesn't go hard. It stays liquid. And that's available from doTERRA as well. That's the one that I use to dilute everything. But it gives you the oil in a roller. And that simply means that you can roll it straight onto your skin. It's already diluted. It's safe for children, not for babies, but safe for children, I would say. So you can use these all the time. I have a whole bunch that I carry around everywhere with me because they're already diluted and I can easily use them. This in particular, this peppermint one, I love to have on the trains in the morning with me when I commute to work because it helps feeling that kind of horrible, nauseous feeling you might get on the train. And it's always with me in summer because a roll of this down the back of my neck means that I stay cool. Weirdly, but it does. It works. The other option you can do as well is you can choose to make your own blends. So I have got a couple of blends here that I've made up, which this one, for example, is lavender and spearmint. And I've made this roller. So you buy the empty roller bottles yourself and you simply pop the drops of the oil in according to the age of the person. So this one's for Ollie. So this only has 1 drop of lavender and 1 drop of spearmint, and the rest is filled up with fractionated coconut oil. But this is his cool down blend. So this is what I use when he has a fever or is just feeling a bit hot and bothered. I would use this, and I'd roll this down the back of his neck, and he has this one. But we have a whole variety of little oils. So this is our little oil container that sits in our lounge room. And in here we have a whole bunch of different ones depending on what the need is. We also have the On Guard blend in here, which I'll just quickly talk about because I do feel that this On Guard option is amazing for children and immunity. So this is the doTERRA Protective Blend. So the same way that doTERRA have individual oils, so peppermint or lemon or tea tree, they also have blends, and this one is called On Guard. So this is a blend of a bunch of different essential oils. So orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, all go in here together. And this creates an immune boosting or immune protective blend. I roll this on the bottom of Oliver's feet pretty much every day before he goes to kindy. I wear it on the bottom of my feet before I go to work. And if he is feeling sick or we think there's something, he's coming down with something, I also roll it up and down his spine. In addition to that, we also use the hand sanitizer that comes, which is also an On Guard brand. And we have the On Guard undiluted oil, which we diffuse. So I often pop a drop of this in the nighttime diffuser so that we can all benefit from a little bit of On Guard overnight. And what On Guard does is that it eliminates sort of any airborne threats. So if you think about like a gastro bug or any sort of virus that's airborne, diffusing On Guard will eliminate that. It's also, I suppose, that clove oil that's based in it. If you think about what your mum or your grandma might have used clove oil for, it's all about that healing, protective quality. So that's also the main oil in there. It smells really lovely. I love the smell of On Guard. It's a different smell. It is clovey, but at the same time, it's got that beautiful orange and that citrus scent in there, so it balances it out. So we've covered aromatically with the diffuser. We've covered topically, so where you can wear the oils. The last way that you can use them is internally, or you can use them in cooking or in water. So I sometimes have a drop of lemon in a really big water bottle, and I will drink that. It's sort of like having lemon juice in your water or lemon in your water, but it's highly concentrated, so you're only having a tiny drop. The other thing you can do with those is that you can cook with them. So things like there's like cardamom oil or ginger oil or cinnamon oil that you can also put into your cooking. So the reason you do that is mainly because you immediately get the benefit of the essential oil in your whole system and in your digestive system. The other one which I will mention as well is another blend from doTERRA, which I find really helpful for any sort of stomach upsets. They have a blend called Digest-Zen. This is the roller, but they also have this in the undiluted version as well. And as much as the roller is wonderful to roll on your stomach, and I further dilute this for Ollie as a tummy blend when he's got an upset stomach. But you can also take a drop of the Digest-Zen, the undiluted Digest-Zen, in a glass of water and drink it if you've got a funny tummy. Now, I've done that before when I've got a bit of a nauseous kind of feeling or an upset stomach, and the nausea's gone straight away. It is amazing. It's an amazing blend. So that might be something that you're interested in. So I've talked already about, so they're the main 3 ways really that you can use the oils. And I've talked about generally quite a few of the oils already. But just to cover a couple of the others that I really find are my favorites. So the other 2 that I personally really love are 2 blends really. One is called Balance and the other is called Citrus Bliss. Now, you may be watching this video with these samples already, so I may have already sent you out some samples and you've already got these. If you don't, please let me know and I will send you some because these are my favorite. Their Balance is all about grounding you, calming you, I put this on the bottom of my feet in the morning, but I also tend to just wear it generally through the day. It smells divine, and I diffuse it as well often as well because I just love it. But this blend for me personally is a blend that if I feel like Oliver's in one of those moods where he just loses it about anything or he has a tantrum about anything, to balance is something that I will either put on myself as I calm him down and he gets the benefits of aromatically like breathing it in. I'll diffuse it for the same way. And I find that it just brings everybody back down to earth. Citrus Bliss is another blend. This is an uplifting or invigorating blend. Again, this is something I diffuse in the morning to sort of uplift everybody and wake everybody up. It's beautiful diffused alongside with balance as well to sort of give you that positive kind of feeling in the morning. But this blend in itself is just a really happy blend. It just makes me feel positive and happy, and it's a lovely thing to smell. So they're probably the favorites that I have. So I hope that's given you an overview really quickly about the different types of oils, but honestly, there are so many to choose from that it's really hard to sort of limit it down to a quick 30-minute kind of webinar or class now. So how do you get them, and how can I get them to you? So firstly, if you're interested and this is something that you'd like to try, contact me. You can email me at info@jadegrimwood.com. You can go to my website, which is jadegrimwood.com, and you can contact me via that. But the two ways that are best in order to get the oils into your life is one is to book a one-on-one consult with me, which just simply means that we get together over a cup of tea or a cup of coffee at my house or at yours or in a cafe or online or via Skype. And we simply just have a chat. So I run through similar to what I've just done now, but we talk about you and we talk about what it is that you need from the oils. So you might have a specific thing that you're looking to work through. So it might be anxiety for you. It might be that your kids don't go to sleep till 10 o'clock at night. It might be that your kid is getting sick every week. So it might be that you just simply want a better way to clean the house, and I can help with that. So that's probably the best way, is that just book some time with me. We have a chat. I work out a specific wellness plan for you, or a specific plan around what oils that you want to buy. I take into account your budget. So understanding that not everybody has a whole lot of money to sort of set themselves up with a kit straight away. And you just might want to get one or two oils, then I can work on that with you, and we'll prioritize which oils are the best ones for you. The second way that we can get the oils for you is around hosting a class. So similar to what I'm doing here in an online way, but we do it in your home or in my home, and you get a bunch of your friends together, and I come over with a whole bunch of samples of oils and some snacks and some goodies, and we all sit down around the table and I run you through the oils and how they all work. And then at the end of the class, we get to have a chat one-on-one about how you might like the oils particularly. The benefit to doing a class over a one-on-one is that any of your friends that choose to enroll or join up with doTERRA at the end of that class, you receive the benefit of that. So it means that you should be able to get some free products. You'll earn a whole lot more points with doTERRA, and you get the added benefit, I suppose, of introducing all your friends to the oils. And it's just a fun afternoon to have to get together. So they're the two ways that you could get started. doTERRA itself is all about joining doTERRA and benefiting longer term from exploring the oils. So you can choose to simply to buy the oils at retail value, which, to be honest, nobody ever does that. The best option is to join as a wholesale customer, which is a one-off joining fee that you pay, and then you purchase product. But that means you get all of the product at 25% off, which is the wholesale price, which is an exceptional saving. And then what you also get the benefit of is you earn loyalty points, sort of like frequent flyer points, but so much better, every time you purchase. So if you join up with the program, the loyalty rewards program, then you do earn points. what that means for me in particular is that I am now able to pretty much get a whole heap of free stuff in every monthly order that I make. So that has been such a significant saving for my family, in that we no longer are buying a whole lot of cleaning products from Woolworths or Coles or wherever. I buy them through doTERRA and I earn points and I get free oils. It couldn't be better. The other thing that I should mention at this point as well is that I am this is a business for me. So I am here to help you and I'm here to give you the oils and see them in your life. But doTERRA also has an amazing business opportunity. And for me, this means that ultimately I will be able to work from home in my own space before Oliver goes to school. That's my goal. Oliver's 3 now, so that gives me a couple of years. But the doTERRA's business and their commission plan and all of that sort of stuff is the best in the market, and it's a really simple system to get involved in, or a simple business to get involved in. So if that's something that you're interested in as well, then please also let me know. But that's it for today. So thank you again for joining. Thank you for listening. I look forward to receiving your email. And I do hope that you take the opportunity to have a chat with me about how I can bring the oils to you, and how you'll be able to use these oils to further support yourself and your family in how you care for each other. But thank you again for watching. Take care.